It's my birthday weekend and we're in Wales.
It's St David's Day. That's right, it's the 1st of March. We are in Newport, Wales. We've got our flags. Just picked them up from the Riverfront Theatre. It's our first time here at Riverfront Parkrun in Newport. Many years ago, probably about 15 years ago, we did the other Newport Parkrun, which is cunningly called Newport Parkrun. That's in Tredegar House. So this one is called Riverfront. It's meant to be a fast one, up and down, as the name suggests. It's beautiful riverfront.
The River Usk.
The River Usk. So just warming up, and then we're going to see what transpires on today's run.
So this was Riverfront Parkrun's 336th event, and I think a lot of people in town today because of the Newport Half Marathon occurring tomorrow. But on this occasion, not for us.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
So today the spotlight is on Dawn. She's going to run round with the Insta on her head, and she's going to take you through a full point of view of the Riverfront Parkrun course, and let's see if she can have a little nibble at the female 60 course record, which we looked up before we came and currently stands at 21 minutes and 42 seconds.
Yes, that's right. I'm giving it full send this morning, but before I do so, I have to be very careful on the corners here that you don't go into a bollard or a bin.
Or indeed a bench.
So yes, when I set off, I was aware that I had done a full week of training, including a session on Thursday evening, 10 miles yesterday. So my legs were feeling rather heavy, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to keep up the pace needed to go better than 21:42. But I'm off and I'm giving it what I can. I'm getting into pace and I'm determined to give it my best shot.
And for reference, the pace Dawn is looking for is about 6:55 minute miling or 4:20 per kilometre. But for me, you can see me herring off there. Wasn't quite sure what I was doing apart from carrying the Welsh flag in my pocket. When in Wales, let's salute their patron saint National Day and show due reverence and respect to the culture of this lovely country.
It was really cold when we got here this morning. It was about 2 degrees and there was quite a lot of frost on the ground. So I wasn't sure whether there was going to be some slippery bits, but we were reassured at the start that somebody had been out early and had checked the course. So very well done to them and thank you very much. As you can see here, the sun is shining and it's a beautiful bit of course here going past the bridge and the River Usk to our left.
Yeah, really good surface on this course. There are a few paving slabs. I think there are a few bits of stone a bit later in the course, but it is firm all the way through and you've no reason to doubt your footing on any part of the course.
Yes, as you can see here, we had plenty of room for overtaking. We were advised to stick to the left because at some point you're going to have runners coming back towards you. I think the lady said, don't stick to the racing line. But we know it's not a race, is it? But I'm certainly on for a race. And initially, I'm having a little bit of a battle with the lady in front of me in the 250 top. I go past her, then she goes past me. And we do that a few times before we settle into our own rhythm and our own space.
Let's have a big thumbs up for Wales.
I went through kilometre 1 in 4:17. Legs were feeling rather heavy, but I was actually feeling quite confident.
And remember, the target pace Dawn is after is 4:20, so we're 3 seconds inside at this point.
So it was very cold at the beginning, as I said, but by kilometre 1 I was actually feeling slightly overdressed, wearing 2 long sleeve tops, a pair of leggings, a pair of gloves and a head buff.
Well, as you can see, I'm in a nice light Ron Hill t-shirt and shorts, and if you wait to see the leader coming back, I think you'll be in for a big surprise. So although this is a straight out and back course, there were marshals dotted all the way along, and every time we've been to a Welsh parkrun, and there have been several over the years, everyone is really super friendly, proud of their parkrun, proud of their area, proud of their heritage, and it's absolutely fantastic, and we hope to get to many more Welsh parkruns in the near future.
Riverfront parkrun is a fast course, but there are a few right angle turns to negotiate, and they do slow you down a little bit. You have to go wide to be able to take the corner, and you have to be careful because on one section where you do take the corner wide, you have to make sure nothing is coming or nobody is coming in the opposite direction. Remember, parkrun is open to everybody, the public, etc. So you must make sure that you're not going to be running into the public.
But do make sure on this part of the course, if you are a fan of street art, you take notice of all the various pieces of art that are to your right.
I'm really enjoying this parkrun. It brings back memories of childhood, as I used to visit Newport a lot when I was a teenager. It was the place to go for shopping when I was a young'un.
Did you ever take your paint pot with you?
No, I was there for the shopping. Young girls like to shop.
So, apart from its childhood association with one half of tworunningbrooms, what else is Newport famous for? Well, I taught history for several years, and one thing that came up every year was the Newport Rising of 1839, where a group of Chartists were campaigning for political rights, ended up fighting some soldiers at the Westgate Hotel in the centre of Newport, and there were a couple of dozen deaths. So that was very famous in the history books.
I go through kilometer 2 in 4:16, so I'm keeping the effort, and I'm pleased to see this because it's not feeling as easy as I wish it would. But as I said, my legs are heavy, so yes, pretty pleased to be pushing on here and hoping that I can get to the next kilometer in a similar time. Now, if I can get to the next kilometer in a similar time, then I know I'm on for it.
So, as we are a running channel and we also have a keen sense of history, then it would be remiss to go to Newport without mentioning one of the greatest ever British distance runners. And in fact, for some people, absolutely the best distance runner, and that was Steve Jones of Newport Harriers. Now, for several years, Steve Jones held the British record for the marathon. In many people's eyes, it's still one of the finest marathon performances, if not the finest marathon performance ever by a British runner, because it was done without all the modern implements, aid, shoes, etc. that people can benefit from these days. 2:07 at the Chicago Marathon.
Were you ever in the same race as Steve Jones, John?
Do you know what? Now you come to mention it, I think I was.
Go on, I'm sure you really want to tell us what the result was.
London Marathon 2005, I ran 2:51. I think Steve Jones ran 2:55. So there we go. There's one in my pocket. No, seriously, I think it was the 25th anniversary of the London Marathon, and they invited several past winners to come and race. I think I also beat Liz McColgan that day, actually. So there's another one. By the way, folks, don't adjust your sets. That was the sight of the leader just passing us coming back in about 0 degrees without a top on at all. So well done him. He obviously doesn't feel the cold like we do. So the final Newport personality I'd like to highlight is a man called David Bomber Pierce, who was a boxer. In fact, you pass by his statue there near the beginning and end of the parkrun. He was a heavyweight boxing champion, and he was from a large family, and 6 of his brothers were professional boxers. The other one was actually a professional dancer. Sadly, he died aged 41 in the year 2000 from sudden adult death syndrome, and there's always speculation on how much of that was caused by repeated blows to the head from boxing. He actually took part in several unsanctioned boxing bouts too. So yeah, remember that man when you pass by his statue on this parkrun.
We're just approaching the halfway mark now, and there's the First Lady going past. I think I've actually got myself into 3rd position. Not that it's a race, but yes, I'm in 3rd place, and I'm feeling quite strong at this point.
So, just approaching halfway of the Riverfront parkrun, you have a little section of cones to run past, and yeah, at this point it's very important that you remember to stick to the left, because there are going to be runners coming up on both sides. As we've said, we like to visit Wales very frequently. In fact, when looking back and finding this feature on the 5k app for the first time, I could find out how many parkruns I've actually done in Wales, and this was number 20 and a total parkrun event venue for me of 293 now. I can pay no finer compliment to the area than to say it reminds me very much of South Yorkshire, with its coal mining and its steel heritage, having suffered very badly from the 1980s onwards, but looking to rebuild itself, looking to show pride in the area, in its heritage, but also in its future too. So yeah, we absolutely love coming to Wales, and thank you all the volunteers and everybody else who makes this parkrun happen.
In fact, our first parkrun was also in Wales. It was Cardiff. Well, it was Blackweir time trial back then in 2008. Through kilometre 3 in 4:18, so I'm still sticking to pace, but it's at this stage where things start to really feel hard. And when you're running a 5k, I always find this next section is where you make or break. So I'm trying to keep focused, and I'm trying to keep on track, and I'm trying to stay positive and telling myself to get my head up, lift my legs up, and to just focus straight ahead.
So at this point, did you realise you were just up on pace, or did you have any idea what pace you were doing?
I didn't know that I was up on pace, but I kind of guessed that I was somewhere there or thereabouts. And of course, I did have somebody in my ear say, "It's on, Dawn, it's on, Dawn."
That's right, big fans of the channel, it's on Andy, so there we go. Channeling the inner Brett there to say, "It's on, Dawn, it's on." Yeah, kilometre 4 is where it really hurts, where you've got to put it all in, and well done to everybody today who's gone up and down that course, giving it everything, and really enjoyed making Riverfront Parkrun in Newport such a fantastic morning. Yeah, that's the sound you'll hear every Saturday morning of somebody enjoying a community social run in all areas of the UK and the world.
Kilometre 4 was 4:20, and I had slowed a little bit, but I'd gone over 2 sets of those like cobbly stones. But I wasn't worried because it was a nice flat surface once we got past these buildings here, and I know that in the final section I can give it full send.
And I'm closely monitoring pace on my Coros Pace Pro. If you are thinking of buying any Coros running products, they are absolutely fantastic. I swear by mine. And check out the link in the description below.
So just going through the section where there's those right angle bends.
Or if you prefer, the vernacular art gallery. I actually think this is some sort of dock. I grew up in Hull where there were dozens of the things. If it was a dock, or if you know it wasn't, then let us know in the comments below, based on your knowledge of Newport history.
Into the final kilometre now, and I'm working really hard. I know I've got enough in me to get to the finish, but I am actually waiting for that finish to come.
So around a couple of bends here, this is the only thing that makes this parkrun slightly slower. In fact, it appears at number 32 out of 835 on Tim Gross's revised list of fastest UK parkruns. So right up there. Have a quick look through. I think there's only Aberbeeg and Lake Barla, or Ponty Barla, that are faster in Wales. So yeah, a really fast course if you're chasing a time trial time.
I'm working hard, but I'm still appreciating the views and the sun this morning as I battle my way to the finish.
Max effort now, as you can hear. So just rounding that final double corner now, swinging a left, and then in a couple of yards swinging a right. There's that big red statue there, big construction, and now tell Dawn it is time to go for it.
So heading for that big red sculpture there. I'm into my final sprint, and I can always muster up one of those at the end of any run, race or parkrun. So that 21:42 female 60 record, have I done enough to take it? Oh yes, well inside with 21:30.
Yes, 12 seconds off the old record, and there was a further bonus.
As it was my birthday the day before, I was rewarded with my second only ever 90% age grading, and I ended up 5th on the all-time parkrun record for Riverfront Parkrun.
So what a grand morning out. St David's Day, clear blue skies, nice crisp cool conditions, and Dawn setting that record and achieving her target at the Riverfront Parkrun.
Thank you to all the marshals that were involved out there today. They really were very supportive. I think today was a takeover from Run Newport, I believe it's called, a social running club. So if you're in the area and you haven't joined a running group, then there's one there for you.
So we hope you've enjoyed joining us at Riverfront Parkrun as we make our way over to Scan Central here. If you have, please give this video a like, and if you'd like to see where we turn up at Parkrun next week and subsequent weeks, then please subscribe to the channel. So until next time, keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.